Well then, okay, you were born in Claremore. Do you remember being in Claremore before you went to Catoosa?
No, I guess I
Okay.
was too little.
Then you went to Catoosa, then to Verdigris. How long did you live in Verdigris, or Verdigris Switch?
Well, we must have lived there quite a while, because I can remember the people, and people coming to see us, and going to Claremore. We'd drive up in a big old wagon with 2 horses, you know, and get loads of groceries. And I can remember that. I must have been 7 or 8 years old.
Did you go to school while you were up there?
I never remember going to school till I got till I got up to Sequoia, and then I walked 2 miles.
Okay.
I guess I went to school, because but you know, I never did get much. I don't have much of education. You know that. Wasn't it you who asked me one day what grade I was in?
I don't remember if that was me or Stephen. What?
5th grade.
You finished the 5th grade, or you were in the 5th grade?
I was in the 5th grade. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, the 5th grade then was hard as some of these others.
It probably was.
6th or 7th now. Yeah. And we was in this little country school. We had it. The grades was all in one room.
Now this was where? This was when you were at Sequoia?
Sequoia, And
Okay.
we, as kids, would walk 2 miles, and if it got bad or a stormy or real cold days, they'd have to hook up to the wagon and take us. But we had, we just had to snatch and grab a little education, and then Mom moved into Claremore.
Well, back in, let's wait just a minute, in Sequoia now.
Huh?
In Sequoia, when you went to school, is that when your dad kind of got in an argument with one of the teachers?
Yeah. That's when this man said something to Laura that Dad didn't like, and he was going to take us all out of school, and this fella come out and apologized.
Okay.
I don't know what was he said. But see, Mama, I was getting pretty good size then, I guess, but they separated there at Sequoia. That's where my dad and Mama lived.
Your mom and dad separated then?
Yeah. And Mom, she moved into Claremore, and I know we just got a little house. Seemed like there's 2 rooms or something like that. And she got her job of cooking in a restaurant.
Did you move into Claremore right at the time they separated, or did you all live in the country for a while?
Well, we just walked off and left Dad. We left him out there. And Jessie was married, and she lived there with him. And then he drank so much he lost his job. After Mama left.
And he was working for the Frisco at that time? He was working for the Frisco Railroad at that time?
He was a foreman, and he had 6 men working under him. He was making good money. And we had a place there in Claremore where we could trade on credit. Our Mom could never made it. But we could go there and get groceries and things like that. It was called a mercantile store, and you could get clothes too. So anyway, until he lost his job, we had that place where we could get our groceries. And then Mom, she went to cooking in a restaurant for $5 a week. And,
in Claremore?
In Claremore, but we probably didn't pay over $5 a month for that little house.
Yeah. Well, now, was this the restaurant that your Uncle Jimmy owned?
No, it was another restaurant. It was just strange people. Okay. It was called the Saddle Rock.
The Saddle Rock?
Yeah.
Restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay, in Claremore?
Yeah, that's the name of it. And she lived in this little house, and she used to bring us stuff from the restaurant. I remember that. I guess when after supper was over, the people she worked for would give her stuff that was left, you know, that wouldn't be able to carry over. And whenever she'd come home, she'd bring things to us and first. And if I guess we probably didn't have too much to cook. If we'd cook, probably had some potatoes. Anyway, I remember her coming and bringing us stuff from this restaurant.
Yeah.
And I remember going up to the restaurant, and the man he was a brother to the man that owned it, and he was real nice, and he let me help him, and I thought that was the biggest job I ever had. What I did but run the water in the glasses. And Mama was in the kitchen cooking. But it just done me good to be with Mama, you know, just be there where she worked. But she had it hard. She never did have any fun.